Cargo Line Vol.2, Aggregates, coming soon. More gameplay, more services, more scenarios. Skyhook Games are adding more to 3 UK route add-ons with the second release in the Cargo Line series. Cargo Line Volume 2, Aggregates is coming May 9th. Readers of our April roadmap and those following Skyhook Games' own blog posts will already be aware of what's coming in this gameplay pack. Below we go into some more details about the services and scenarios added to 3 route add-ons, for players that own them, as well as even more Midland Main Line upgrades, including visual improvements and some extra service layers from other Train Sim World content. We'll also hit an important milestone for this release, with it being the 100th add-on available for Train Sim World 4. New Wagon, Hoabogie Hopper. This pack centers around the addition of the new Hoabogie Hopper wagon to facilitate more services across 3 routes where the movement of aggregates is key. Broadly speaking, aggregates consist of any collection of rocks. In the aggregates industry, this can be crushed stone, sand, gravel, and slag for use in the construction, for example. In Cargo Line Volume 2, Aggregates, these wagons are generated in-game in different variants as part of a consist, much like the varied containers that appear within Freight consists from other Train Sim World releases. Skyhook Games have implemented random spawning of graffiti and branding on the Hoabogie Hopper wagons. On Great Western Express and Southeastern High Speed, branded wagons, without graffiti, appear with VTG branding. In Midland Main Line, these wagons appear unbranded. The routes involved. At 2 of the relevant real-world routes, there are facilities that help load and unload aggregates from trains for further movement by road or processing on site. 1 in Great Western Express, this is done at a number of places including West Drayton and Hayes. Trains run between these locations and the route's western endpoint at Reading, where they continue out of the map as AI. In real life, these services head through to Somerset in South Wales. 2 in Midland Main Line, the aggregates facility at Mountsorrel has been redone and updated to accommodate these trains on both timetabled services and in scenarios. These trains also have endpoints well beyond the confines of the map, with the in-game services traveling to either Leicester or Nottingham at either end of the route. 3 Southeastern High Speed doesn't have any aggregates processing facilities, but a number of scenarios have been included centered around engineering works which sometimes result in these trains passing through Medway. Additional services and scenarios. A full breakdown of additional services activated with the gameplay pack is found below. The 3 relevant route add-ons are required in order to activate these services as layers. Midland Main Line. Services travel within the confines of the route, between Leicester, Derby, and Nottingham. 0451 MSQ1 Peterborough Hopper loading. 07034 F46 Elstow sidings, Mountsorrel railhead. 0721 MSQ2 Elstow Hopper loading. 07406 D49 Tunstead sidings, Luton Crescent Road. 08056 C33 Mountsorrel railhead, Elstow sidings. 1038 4H73 Washwood Heath, Tunstead sidings. 1132 6 D34 Raidlet sidings, Mountsorrel railhead. 1138 6H10 Bletchley, Peak Forest. 1151 MSQ3 Raidlet Hopper loading. 1156 6M01 Tinsley Yard, Bardon Hill. 1238 6H03 Wellingborough Yard, Peak Forest. 1235 6C36 Mountsorrel Railhead, Raidlet sidings. 1255 6D17 Tunstead sidings, Elstow sidings. 1307 6D03 Wellingborough Yard, Mountsorrel Railhead. 1326 MSQ4 Wellingborough Hopper loading. 1355 6D25 Tunstead sidings, Raidlet sidings. 1428 6F78 Mountsorrel Railhead, Wellingborough Yard. 1526 MSQ5 Ely Hopper loading. 1655 6V08 Tunstead sidings, Brentford sidings. 1858 6M80 Luton Crescent Road, Tunstead sidings. Players with Southeastern High Speed installed will also be able to operate the following services, featuring rolling stock from that route add-on. 08546 × 10 to the power of 69th Tunstead sidings, Peterborough Yard. 1433 4M85 Luton Crescent Road, Dowlow Briggs Sidings. 1633 6H64 Wellingborough Yard, Hindlow Sidings. 1723 6M55 Brandon Sidings, Tunstead Sidings. 6M26 Eastleigh Yard, Mountsorrel Railhead. Complete the final leg of this empty hopper run up from Eastleigh to the Mountsorrel Railhead, driving from Leicester to Mountsorrel. Mountsorrel Yard work. Process the latest arrival of hoppers at the Mountsorrel Railhead. 6 times 10 to the power of 22nd Mountsorrel Railhead, Doncaster Decoy. A regular delivery of material to the facility at Doncaster, although today it will be running via Lincoln. Drive between Mountsorrel and Nottingham. Midland Main Line updates. In addition to the services and scenarios, Skyhook Games will be pushing even more updates to their Midland Main Line route. The area around Mountsorrel will receive some updates to facilitate the loading and unloading of aggregates as well as an interactive porta-cabin. Highlights of the update are listed below. 1 added working interactive loader and interactive porta-cabin at Mountsorrel Railhead. 2 added interactive porta-cabin at Etches Patch Depot. 3 Class 158 improvements including PI's destination fixes, better performance, reduced door closing time and other visual improvements and fixes. 4 HST improvements to the headlight spread and color, dial needles when illuminated, cab light and ride height correction to the power car. 5 recast of all static AI layers from other Train Sim World content including addition of Blackpool branches, Cargo Line Volume 1 and Southeastern High Speed JNA wagons. 6 corrections to route indicators at some junction signals. 7 corrections to some speed limit changes. 8 improvements to trackside vegetation. 9 addition of 2 playable Flying Scotsman Rail Tour layers, 1Z37 and 1Z38, for players that own that content. 10 amendments to platform placement for Class 158 services at Derby and Nottingham. 11 and more. A full changelog will be outlined in the Dovetail Games forums on release or on the Skyhook Games website. Great Western Express. Services travel within the confines of the route, between Reading and London Paddington. 01556A35 East Usk Yard, West Drayton Railhead. 0230WD's 1 East Usk Hopper Unloading. 02456C52A West Drayton Railhead, Southall Yard. 03006C52B Southall Yard, East Usk Yard. 08356A82 Watley Quarry, Hayes and Harlington Railhead. 0935HHS1 Watley Quarry Hopper Unloading. 1005 6B11 Hayes and Harlington Railhead, East Usk Yard. 1455 6A61 Watley Quarry, West Drayton Railhead. 1530 WD's 2 Watley Quarry Hopper Unloading. 1545 6C62A West Drayton Railhead, Southall Yard. 1606 C62B Southall Yard, East Usk Yard. 6A87 East Usk Yard, West Drayton Railhead. Complete the last leg of this train's run from Newport to West Drayton, picking it up at Slough on the busy Thames Valley. Drive from Slough to West Drayton Railhead. 6A09 Acton Yard, Hayes Railhead. With the jumbo train having arrived from Watley into Acton, take the Hayes portion to be unloaded at the nearby railhead. Drive from Acton to Hayes Railhead. 6C51 West Drayton Railhead, Watley Quarry. With unloading complete, undertake the first portion of this train's return to the West Country. Drive from West Drayton to Reading via Southall. Southeastern High Speed. Whilst there are no timetabled aggregates services in Southeastern High Speed, there are some additional scenarios. 6V18 Allington Aggregates, Watley Quarry. Continue the journey of this service from Allington Railhead, operating the train between Stroud and Dartford. 6Y73 Who Junction, Tunbridge West Yard. Closure for engineering works on the Medway Valley means this routine run must go the long way round to reach Tunbridge this time. Drive from Who Junction to Faversham. Additional Suffragette line service layers. In anticipation of this release, we had already implemented several layered services into the London Overground Suffragette line timetable, so upon purchasing Cargo Line Volume 2, Aggregates, a selection of services will automatically appear on that route. Services travel within the confines of the route, between Gospel Oak and Ripple Lane, Barking. Train Sim World 4, Cargo Line Volume 2, Aggregates Gameplay Pack will be available from May 9th for Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Epic Games Store, and Steam £9.99 * Euro 11.99 / dollar 14.99 £9.49 on the PlayStation Store. EU/USD prices on PS remain as above. Players on Steam will be able to save 10% with a launch discount from May 9th until May 16th. Xbox Game Pass players can also get 10% off Train Sim World 4 add-ons on release, can take 24 hours to go live on the store. Both Train Sim World 4 and either Train Sim World compatible, Midland Main Line or Great Western Express are required to make use of services and scenarios in this gameplay pack, with additional scenarios available for Southeastern High Speed. Train Sim World compatible, Midland Main Line is available for Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Epic Games Store, and Steam for £29.99 / Euro 35.99 / dollar 39.99 Train Sim World compatible, Great Western Express is available for Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Epic Games Store, and Steam for £24.99 / Euro 29.99 / dollar 29.99 Train Sim World compatible, Southeastern High Speed is available for Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Epic Games Store, and Steam for £29.99 / Euro 35.99 / dollar 39.99 The Cargo Line Collection, available on Steam from May 9th. If you've yet to purchase either root add-on to make use of Cargo Line Volume 2, the Cargo Line Collection will be available to purchase as a bundle from Steam on launch day with the Complete My Collection feature. This includes, combined with the launch discount, this means there is possible maximum discount of 20% on Steam for Cargo Line Volume 2, Aggregates. The content will be updated on launch day, May 9th. Players that purchase the Cargo Line Collection bundle prior to May 9th will not be entitled to Cargo Line Volume 2 or Great Western Express and will need to purchase these add-ons separately. Complete My Collection means that if you own some of the content already, you can still save by purchasing the remaining content.